here. Happy Tuesday, y'all. Hope y'all are doing good. Hope y'all have a warm drink or somewhere warm and cozy. A little darker in the video than I anticipated, but hopefully you guys can see well enough, or at least you can listen. My name's Lauren. I'm going to guide you guys through some light movement, so this should be accessible to just about everybody, followed by some guided rest. So we will be taking some time for ourselves to slow down, to tune in, and to just chillax for just a few minutes today, you guys. You deserve it. Trust me, you should take a few moments to rest for yourself today, and I'll be here to facilitate that for you if you'll have me. So whether you're joining today at this time, later today, or at another time on another platform, thanks for coming. My name's Lauren. This is Eduardo and Rupert today. Hopefully he'll be not very barky. So this practice, you'll want a mat or some space on the floor, a carpet, anything like that. Hey Tracy, what's up Amber? And 2 blankets. If you've got them 2 blankets, it's not required, but it is very nice and cozy to have the 2 blankets for the second half of this practice. To start, take a few breaths. What's up, guys? I love to see y'all's comments. Thanks for checking in, introducing yourselves, and telling me where you're from, how you're feeling. And then find a place to ground. If you're not already seated, if you were gathering your props, if you were gathering your things, if you were putting on a sweater, find a seat on your mat or on your carpet or wherever you're sitting today. If you habitually cross your legs, cross them the other way. So take the other shin in front. Then sit back on your sits bones. You might wiggle side to side. Feel those bony protrusions at the bottoms of your hips. Root down into the earth and then soften the legs. Let the ground support you. As you grow tall like a tree, feel the spinal column lift to stack the heart over the hips, the head over the heart. Soften the gaze or close the eyes if they're open. Soften the palms in a way that makes sense in your lap, up, down, or in any mudra or any positioning that makes sense, feels good, feels comfortable for you today. Take a moment here to bring your awareness to the quality of your inhale and your exhale. Then start to lengthen, deepen, smooth out the breath. Inhale, building, swelling, falling into exhale, empty, back into inhale. Just this cyclical, continuous breath, filling up and emptying out. Start to find a little bit of movement here. With your next exhale, let your chin draw towards the chest. The shoulders stay stacked over the hips. Just finding a curve in the cervical spine, the back of the neck. And on your next inhale, draw the right ear over the right shoulder, finding a stretch here in the left side of the neck, the shoulder. As you exhale, you'll return chin towards your chest. And as you inhale, you'll switch, go left ear over left shoulder. Continue, exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, ear over shoulder. Exhale, chin to chest. Ear over shoulder. Chin to chest. This time we're going to keep going. Keep moving. Inhale, the ear over the shoulder. Exhale, lift the chin to the sky. Stretch open the front of the throat. Ear over shoulder. Chin to chest, just moving in circles here. Head heavy, heart lifted, stacked over hips. Continue breathing. Deep, long, smooth breaths. The next time your chin comes to your chest, we'll switch directions, move the other way. So if you were going clockwise, now you are slowly rotating counterclockwise and vice versa. Continue to draw your awareness back to the breath anytime you notice your awareness has shifted elsewhere. And take one more rotation this direction. We'll pause with chin to chest. Bring your hands together in your lap and rub your palms together and create a little fire in your palms. Take the warm, fiery palms and soften them across the eyes, the cheekbones, let the heat transfer to the face. And then letting your head be heavy, let the hands do the work, the arms do the work of guiding the head back up over the shoulders, over the hips. Eyes still closed, let the palms relax in your lap. Take a moment here to reflect, to notice how you feel in this moment, what you sense. You can remain eyes closed or you can open them. As you stretch the arms up overhead, stretch through fingertips, getting long through side body, getting long all the way up through pinkies. And as you exhale, soften the right hand to the outside of your right hip. If you have a block, if you have a prop, you can bring the hand to the block or rise up onto fingertips. Stretch the left hand up and over, an arc from the left hip up through the waist, the ribs, underarm and pinky. Breathe into left side body. With your next inhale, stretch back up. Right palm comes up, all 10 fingertips towards the sky. Exhale the left hand out to the side of the left hip. Reach up and over right fingertips. Feel that space from the outside of the right hip, right waist, ribs, underarm, all the way up. Stretch up through fingertips. Feel the breath along the right side of the heart. Inhale, left fingertips meet the right fingertips up overhead. As you exhale, we're going to find a twist. Turn over towards the right. Right hand will come down behind low back. Left hand will find right thigh. Inhale, scoop collarbones up. Lift up out of the waist, out of the hips. Lengthen through the throat. And exhale, turn back. Face your right shoulder as you turn right shoulder towards the wall behind you. Find this twist and breathe into side body. Your next inhale, you'll bring all 10 fingertips back up, come back through center, chest facing forward, and exhale the other way. Find the left hand behind you, right hand to the outside of the left thigh. Inhale, lengthen collarbones up, lengthen your lowest ribs away from your hip bones. Exhale, maybe you bend at the right elbow as you turn, twist, look back towards the wall behind you, over your left shoulder. Inhale, stretch all 10 fingertips up as you face forward, reach forward. You can either plant the hands down or find a little challenge here. Cross, or switch the cross of the legs, take the other shin in front. Reach, 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 stretch up, exhale, fold forward, reach forward, soften palms, forearms, elbows, forehead towards the earth. Halfway lift, inhale, press into fingertips and draw the collarbones towards the thumbs. Lengthen out of hips, out of waist. And exhale, fold, soften forward once again. You can do that a few more times if you'd like. Inhale, lengthening forward. Exhale, soften down. Press the palms to the earth and walk the hands in towards the body. And take a moment here to pause, head over, heart over, hips. Maybe you give the shoulders a few shrugs back, forward, and soften the weight of the arms down, palms to the lap. Weight of the legs softening to the earth. You can always bring support underneath the knees or underneath the hips if there's unnecessary tension, stress there. Just check in. Take this moment, a few quiet breaths to yourself to notice how you feel. You can either remain eyes closed or blink the eyes open. The option here to either roll onto the knees, onto all fours, tabletop, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Or you can stay in a seat, whether it's cross-legged or heels underneath hips, shins to the ground. We'll do either tabletop cat-cows or seated cat-cows. If you're seated, your hands will remain on your lap. As you inhale, scoop the heart forward, bend the elbows back, lift the heart, lift the gaze. Exhale, round the spine to the wall behind you as you reach fingertips to knees, draw chin to chest. If you're in tabletop, you'll inhale, tilt the tailbone up, send the gaze up, the collarbones through the arms, draw the shoulders back. Exhale, round the spine, curl belly button to spine, press the skin between the shoulder blades to the back of the heart towards the ceiling. Continue moving like this, flexing through the spine. Drawing in as much heat as you'd like here. Maybe you adopt an ujjayi breath in and out through the nostrils with a little constriction at the back of the throat so your breath takes on this whisper, with this Darth Vader-esque sound. Now here in this either seated or tabletop cat-cow, I want to empower you to find lateral movement side to side, or movement forwards and backwards. Give yourself permission to be loose and organic in this exploration of your spine, your shoulders, and your hips. Maybe you've decided to switch it up if you were in tabletop. Maybe you come to a seat. Maybe if you're in a seat, you decide to try that tabletop variation with the hands under the shoulders. Either way, I encourage you to close your eyes, really tune in and tap into that cyclical breath, the inhales flowing into exhales, flowing into inhales. As you continue moving and warming, awakening the spine and body. Enjoy one more round of breath here, a full breath in, followed by a full breath out. And as you inhale, come to neutral, and then come to a seat. Whether it's sitting back on the heels, or sitting cross-legged, maybe you support the hips with a blanket. And take a moment to close your eyes. And again, we're just sort of using this opportunity to check in, to notice what we sense and how we feel. Find that stacking of hips, heart, head. Find the ease in the shoulders and the arms, and the hips and the legs. We'll do just a few more things here, and again, you can continue to close the eyes and just use your listening muscles. But we'll stay very grounded, so we're not going to ask you guys to do anything crazy today. Step your right foot forward and come into a lunge. You can walk the left knee back or even pad the left knee with a blanket if you're not on a soft surface. You can bring something underneath the hands or tent up onto the fingertips as you shift the hips forward. Find a little light movement here, just side to side, forwards, backwards. I'm not challenging my range of movement. I'm not doing anything too crazy. I'm just noticing, what does it feel like to shift forward, backwards, side to side. And we'll let this sort of evolve into a dynamic low lunge to half split. And you can connect this with breath. As you inhale, shift the hips forward, shift the right knee forward, the left hip forward, and exhale, start to shift backwards. Maybe the toes curl back towards the face, towards the shin, as you send the hips straight back. Inhale, come forward, ground the foot, press into the foot, guide the left hip forward. Exhale, shift back. Notice if you're shifting back and out to the side, can we keep the left hip more or less stacked over the left knee? Inhale forward. Exhale backwards. Inhale forward, ground the foot, shift the knees, the hips forward. And last one, exhale back, pause here. You can remain high on the fingertips, or maybe you walk the hands back for support. So just like we did in that forward fold from seated, we're gonna find a few halfway lifts here. As you inhale, glide the collarbones forward towards the toes. As you exhale, soften, fold forward. You can keep up that rhythm, or you can stay in your fold. Inhale, glide the length into the spine, send the heart towards the toes. Exhale, soften, roll over the leg towards the earth. 2 more. Inhale, scoop forward. Exhale, soften elbows, shoulders, heart down. And scoop up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the knee, ground the foot. Hands to either side of the front foot. We'll support ourselves as we step back foot forward for a brief forward fold between sides. Bend the knees a lot. Soften and melt the torso over the legs as the tailbone tilts up high, the crown of the head turns down low. So instead of eyes down at the ground, eyes between the legs to the wall behind you, to lengthen, soften through the back of the neck. Let the head be heavy like a bowling ball. Let the arms be relaxed to the ground. Something that might feel nice if you've got a lot of tension in your traps, in your neck, in your head and shoulders region. Interlace the fingers to the webbing. Clasp the hands behind the neck. And let the elbows come around the front. I'm not pushing, pulling, shoving. I'm just allowing the weight of the arms to relax and rest around the skull, so I can find a little bit of back traction there through the upper back and through the neck. That might feel really good. Combine it with breath. Come back to your awareness of inhale and exhale, and let them flow one into the other as you breathe mindfully. You might even find some side to side movement here. A little pendulum-like sway, nice and easy, one foot to the other and back again. Enjoy one more breath here. Soften the hands to the ground. Step the right foot back. Soften the knee down. Untuck the back toes. And just start to feel for that movement once again, just exploring what's it feel like to take small movements, forwards, backwards, side to side. Explore how your hips, your hamstrings, your legs feel today. And again, blocks can come under hands for support, for a little bit of elevation to bring the ground a little closer to you. Well, in that brief exploration, send both hip points forward as you ground into left foot. Feel all 4 corners of the left foot suction cup to the earth. As you exhale, shift the hips back. Send the left hip back. Right hip will come to stack over the right knee. Inhale forward, reground the foot, shift the hips forward, and search for this stretch across the front of the right hip. Exhale back. You can soften the knee, turn the toes towards the shin. Inhale forward, ground the foot. Hip points seek the front edge of the mat. A few more just like that. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. This next one we'll exhale, shift back, and we'll find those halfway lift inhales. Exhale, folds. Inhale, lengthen heart forward. Exhale, drape body down. We're not finding our edge. We're not pushing, shoving, forcing anything into place. Allow this to feel like bliss. Come to a space that feels good as opposed to a space that you can't quite breathe fully. Enjoy 2 more. Your next inhale, rebend the front knee, foot grounds. Hands to the earth for support as you step the back foot forward. 1 more forward fold. You can play with the width between the feet if you want to take them wide. And this time maybe we take opposite elbows overhead as we let the forearms drip down towards the ground. Draw your awareness to the length of the spine from the tailbone, the low back, all the way up to the crown of the head, the neck. Where can you soften? If you're joining us late, you can always tune in after this is reposted on IGTV. Give yourself permission to find movement here if you want to sway side to side. Maybe you even find some light rolls through the spine. Maybe you inhale, the heart comes away from the knees, away from the thighs, and as you exhale, you drape back down, soften belly towards thighs, bend the knees, head to the earth. Enjoy a few more breaths here. You can switch the cross of the elbows. Fold arms the other way. Relax the hands to the ground. Come to a seat. Close the eyes. Just take in the energy you're feeling right now. Just take a snapshot, like a Polaroid picture of this moment. Let your awareness wrap around this moment. We'll be shifting into the guided rest portion, which I will not be participating in so that I may be present to any text that may be in the chat. But I do have my lovely model here, Eduardo, to demonstrate just in case anybody comes in late and wants to know what the heck is going on. Take a moment here to blink open the eyes and take in the space around you. If you did not yet gather those 2 blankets, it's not super crucial, you're not gonna die. But go grab some blankets real quick if they're within reach, within 30 seconds reach. I have 2 blankets here that I'll utilize. They're in, if you're familiar with restorative yoga, a Tadasana fold, your standard fold. I'm gonna work with them from there. If you have no idea what any of that means, fold a blanket. Just fold a blanket to about this size. It's about the size of your torso. Bow. I want to take 1 blanket, and again, this is not required, but it will feel so good if you do it. And roll it into a little makeshift roll. This is going to go behind the knees. So you'll come to laying on your mat, stretch out, take up space, and place a blanket below the knees. Just underneath the curve of the knees to support the knee pits. You have a few options for this second blanket. I'm going to keep it simple. You can either just tuck it underneath the head and neck or cover up. It's cold and your heater's probably not keeping up like most of our heaters. So consider utilizing the second blanket to stay warm. Would you like a cover, or would you like it underneath the head and the neck? Cover? Cover? See, it's cold. Any other comforts that you might have around? If you want to use a pillow instead and you've just got like pillow props around, I just want to find enough support so that the body can relax. Well, we did a little bit of movement, and we can say that the yoga was the movement, but really, I'm gonna be real, y'all, the movement was just to get you ready for this part. Take a moment to notice the sensation of the earth cradling you from below. Take a moment to notice, almost like a crater opening up for your skull, the back of the head, the neck softening into the ground. Notice the release, the unclenching of the jaw as you start to soften the features of your face, relax across the forehead, the eyebrows, and let the eyes flutter closed softly. Any other tension you might have across the mask of the face, let it flow off of you as gravity takes it down into the Mother Earth. Draw in a slow, full breath from the pit of the belly, up through the sternum, up through the collarbones, up to the throat. Open the mouth, sigh it out, and feel the length of the spine soften down into the ground. Notice the relaxing back of the shoulders as the space around the heart fills with breath. The relaxing back of the skin between the shoulders at the space of the back of the heart as you breathe out. Feel the softening of your upper arms, elbows, forearms, hands to fingertips. If your arms are feeling tense, you might actively draw fingers in, create a fist squeeze for a breath, and then let go. Feel the softening of the belly, middle back and low back as the hips drift down into the ground and soften. The low back spreads and releases into the ground. Then draw your awareness to the softening through the thighs, the knees, the shins, tops of the feet, all the way to toes. Feel the melting down into the ground at the backs of the heels, the ankles, the calves, the backs of the thighs. Release them booty cheeks. And if you're feeling any additional tension in the legs, squeeze the toes into the arches, into the balls of the feet. Squeeze the legs, tense up, and then let it go. Begin to let go of the control of active inhale and exhale, and see if you can start to simply observe what's happening here in this moment. Anytime your mind begins to wander, draw it back to watching, noticing what's happening here in this moment, something visceral. Maybe it is that watching of the inhale and the exhale. Maybe it's watching the softening, the settling of the physical body down into the earth. Maybe you can sense the sensation of your heart beating, originating in your center and radiating out. Anything that anchors you to this moment. The goal here is simply rest. If you are uncomfortable, you always have permission to seek comfort, to adjust in any way that allows you to come into a state of conscious relaxation. If there are still interrupting thoughts, tasks, ideas, visualize taking it within your hands and setting it on a nearby shelf for you to dedicate attention to later. And give yourself permission to simply rest for these next few moments together. If you'd like to stay, you get to stay here however long you want. You can always return to this restful space whenever you need it. Take a moment to, with eyes still closed, body soft and relaxed, notice the sounds around you. Notice the sensations of the earth below and the air or the blanket above. Draw a mental picture of where you are in relation to the space around you, the things around you, the people around you. And And take notice of the state within. The feelings you may be having, the thoughts you may be having, your general state of being. Draw your awareness to your breath. You may begin to draw in gradually deeper, fuller breaths. Visualize, imagine nourishing all of the body with your breath. Send it down to fingertips and toes, up through the crown of the head, down the length of the spine, into every nook and cranny of the body. Begin to invite in subtle, gentle movements. Maybe wiggle at the fingers and toes, stretch through the hands, the feet. You get to choose how you reawaken, how you reconnect to your day here as you begin animating the body. And before coming up to a seat, before coming up right, bend at the knees, drawing one foot in at a time. Draw yourself up into a hug. And then roll onto a side of your choosing, fetal position. Let an arm act as a pillow as you cradle the head and the neck. Re-soften back into the earth. Allow yourself a few breaths here. When you're ready, you'll let the head remain heavy and you'll adopt a sloth-like initiative here. We're not trying to rush into anything. Take your time. As you press your palms to the ground and slowly draw yourself from the earth to an upright seat. See if you can keep your eyes closed, your awareness turned inward for this piece. Seat of your choosing. Find ease as you relax through the shoulders, the arms, the hips and legs. Let the belly be soft as you breathe the heart up high. Open the mouth and sigh something out. Another opportunity to snapshot this moment, to take a mental Polaroid picture of this moment here and now. What do you sense? How do you feel? I just want to repeat because it bears repeating. Do know and reassure yourself here that you can come back to this. And you can seek this whenever you need. Take another breath here just for you. And together with the next breath, we'll inhale, sweep the arms out wide up high, stretch up through fingertips, grab something good and bring it to your heart, Anjali Mudra. Hands together at heart center. Bow, forehead to fingertips, acknowledging this infinite wisdom we all hold within. It's made a little bit more accessible through practice, taking the time to be mindful, to connect with self. Always an honor to hold this space to be with you guys in this digital presence. Thank you. Thanks, guys. If you'd like, you can scooch towards, the phone. I don't know how you guys were practicing. Let me know in the comments how you feel, or message me later. Thanks for joining, you guys. Yeah, sloth-like initiative. I like that cueing, but yeah, initiative definitely has that connotation of you gonna work. You're welcome. Good to have you. Thanks for coming, Drew. And as long as everything goes well, I should be able to download and reshare this video. So it should pop up on IGTV and on YouTube, as long as, the technical side of things cooperates. Oh, thanks, Sarah. Glad you enjoyed that juicy Savasana. Oh, I'm glad you feel relaxed and open. Yeah, there's nothing quite like a midday work break. Some good stuff. All right, y'all. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be teaching again tonight. Much longer class, about 3 times as long. A 90-minute class tonight at 6:30 if you guys want. DM me if you're not yet signed up for the challenge. The Zoom link is sent out via email to everybody participating in the 2190 Seed Time Harvest Challenge. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that Shavasana snack. Later, guys. Peace.